I'm 90 years old, and for most of my life, I thought I understood love. I really did. I thought it was the flowers and the anniversaries and saying the right words. I thought it was the big moments, the ones you remember and take pictures of. I thought it was passion and promises and trying hard enough that no one could say you didn't care. At 90, I finally understand what love should have been. And it wasn't any of those things. Not really. These days, I wake up slowly, the way old people do. It takes me a while to sit up, a while longer to stand, and then I make my way to the window. There's a chair there, the same one I've had for 30 years. I don't know why I keep it. It's uncomfortable, and the cushion is flattened, and the wood creaks like it's older than I am. But it feels like the last witness to the life I lived. If I threw it out, I think I'd lose something. I sit there and I think about love, not as a memory, but as a lesson that arrived late. Too late to change anything that happened, just in time to understand what it should have been. When I was young, 20s, 30s, I thought love was measured in effort, how much I could provide, how hard I worked, how much I could sacrifice. Love, to me, was a job, a responsibility you picked up and carried until your back ached, something that proved who you were. I don't think anyone told me that outright, but I learned it anyway, in a world that praises what you build more than who you build with, in a family where being reliable mattered more than being present, in a society that confused devotion with productivity. I thought love meant showing up to the hospital, not avoiding the slow afternoons in the living room. I thought love meant providing a home, not sitting still long enough to feel like one. I thought love meant choosing someone, not choosing them again every day. I can't tell you the moment it started to go wrong. There wasn't one. It wasn't a dramatic argument or a single decision. It was the kind of mistake that grows like rust, quiet, unnoticed, until one day the entire structure groans under the weight of what you never fixed. My wife asked me once, I think I was 42, why I never talked about how I felt. I told her I did. I pointed to the roof over our heads and the groceries on the table and the lights that turned on when she flipped the switch. I'm talking, I said, just not with words. I thought that was wise. I thought that was romantic even. But now, sitting here at 90, I can admit what that really was. Fear, the quiet kind, the kind you can deny for decades. I didn't talk about love because I didn't know how to be seen. I didn't know how to say, I need you. I didn't know how to say, please don't give up on me just yet. I didn't know how to say, I'm trying, but I'm tired, and I'm scared I'm not enough. So instead, I built a life made of work and silence. She lived inside it like a guest who never fully unpacked. Love should have been simpler, not louder, not grander, simpler. It should have been brushing our teeth at the same time in the morning. It should have been listening, actually listening, when she spoke about something small. It should have been putting the book down when she walked into the room. It should have been staying in the car a few extra minutes after arriving home, finishing the conversation instead of saying, we'll talk later. God, if I could erase 2 words from my life, it would be those, later and should. I don't know when she stopped waiting for me to meet her halfway, but I remember the morning I realized she had. She didn't say anything. She didn't pack a bag or slam a door. She just made her coffee, put on her coat, and went out without asking if I wanted to come along. And the truth, she didn't need to. Her leaving wasn't an event. It was a conclusion, one I helped write with years of absence disguised as loyalty. We stayed together technically, People assumed we were happy, or at least steady. Steady looks a lot like happy if you don't stare too closely. But the house changed temperature. Conversations became logistics. Meals became schedules. Sleep became separate worlds even when we shared the same bed. I remember lying there beside her, close enough to touch her, but feeling like we were in different countries. I could have moved my hand 6 inches and changed everything. I didn't. I thought there'd be time. I thought the moment would make itself obvious. I thought the right words would come someday. They didn't. Not for me, and not for her. She died at 68. Small stroke, fast, no warning. I remember the phone call. I remember sitting very still, like movement might undo the news. And then I remember this strange, heavy realization, like someone quietly placing a hand on my shoulder. Whatever you didn't say, it will stay unsaid. There's no bargaining with silence. Once it settles forever. I went home to an empty house that night. Her coat was still hanging by the door. Her mug was by the sink. And the first thought that came to me, the one I wish I could forget, was this. I was going to ask her to sit with me tonight. Not a grand gesture, just sit. No TV, no chores, just sit. I had finally felt ready to try. If she had lived one more day, I would have tried. I say that to myself a lot. I don't know if it's true, but it's what I cling to. At 90, this is what I know now. Love is not a feeling. It's not even a promise. Love is attention. Love is noticing. Love is choosing someone when it's inconvenient. Love is making room for another person's heartbeat inside your daily routine. It's not the wedding. It's doing the dishes together after dinner. It's not the anniversary trip. It's holding hands in the parking lot while deciding what to eat. It's not the big apology. It's realizing you're hurting them before they have to say it. It's not, I'd die for you. It's, I'll live my life beside you. If you're waiting for the right moment to say something kind, it's now. If you're waiting for the courage to ask for more, ask now. If you're waiting for the fear to go away before you show up for someone, you'll be waiting forever. Show up afraid. That's still showing up. I don't tell you this to give advice. I'm not in a position to teach anyone anything. I've run out of time to be the man I should have been. I'm only saying the things I wish I had understood when I still had the chance to use them. So if there's someone you love, don't prove it, share it. Don't perform it, live it. Don't protect it by holding back. Protect it by stepping closer. Because love, real love, isn't what you feel. It's what you're willing to risk. It's what you're willing to change. It's how much of your ordinary life you're willing to give away. At 90, that's what I understand. Too late for me, maybe, but not for you. I'll finish here. The sun's getting low and the day is almost done. I'll sit by the window a while longer. I'll drink the rest of my coffee. I'll think about the life I lived and the life that slipped through my fingers like water I assumed I'd have time to hold. If any of this reaches you, I'm grateful. If it doesn't, that's all right. Understanding comes when it comes. Even if it's at 90, that's all.